First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer.
How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk. Guys, I got a message sent my way. An officer happens to be working with a supervisor who loves to write people up. I'm sure we worked with supervisors like that. These are supervisors that write those disciplines and they put a smile on their face because they're able to isolate themselves from the team. And I thought that we could do a video real quick to discuss our feelings on those types of supervisors. Now, when I come back from our sponsors, I'm going to tell you why we have those supervisors. And if you're a supervisor out there, why you shouldn't be that type of supervisor. So guys, if you haven't, the show Tier Talks for you brave men and women that work that front line. So please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. Stand by for our sponsors. When we come back, let's discuss those type of supervisors that smile when they write out a discipline.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Thank you guys for listening to our sponsors. You know, we're talking about leaders or supervisors who love to write up individuals. I'm sure we've worked with them in our time. You know, as they're writing up individuals, they smile. They get a sense of enjoyment out of that. Now, these are supervisors that don't understand the importance of teamwork. These are supervisors that feel success is isolated and it's more of a me thing, and failure is also isolated, but it's more of a you thing. Now, in regards to talking about these type of supervisors, let me bring you back to my motivations as to why I became a supervisor. And you can actually see these motivations in an earlier video I did. But there was 3 reasons for me. The better reason out of them all, guys, was that I wanted to move up. I wanted to see the bigger picture. Plus, I was getting tired a little bit at the front line, so moving up was a great way to avoid burnout. It was an option for me. I jumped on it, and I love it because I've been moving up ever since. The other 2, they're good motivators, but they're not the best. One is, yes, there's an increase in pay, so of course that's a motivator. And the other is rather unique. The other is there's certain people that I didn't want to have as my boss. But now listen to me on this because it's gonna make sense as we progress through this video. I moved up not because I wanted power over them. I moved up because I wanted to neutralize their power over me, if that makes any sense. And I'll explain that right now. Is that if you're a supervisor and your only motivation to move up, or you want to become a supervisor and your only motivation to move up is because you're looking to have that power over others, don't become a supervisor. And if you're a supervisor already, change that motivation. Because yes, the position comes with a level of power. Yes, it comes with a level of authority, but it has to be respected by the front line, which means that in order for you to wield that wand, people have to respect the person that wields that wand. We're talking about teamwork. We're talking about taking responsibility for the team, which means, yes, if we fail, we fail together. If we succeed together. If you're sitting there and as a supervisor, you're writing people up with a smile on your face, you don't see the teamwork, nor do you see the responsibility that you have to that front line. The responsibility that you have as a leader, the responsibility that will bring you about that sense of respect that you need to be a leader. Because again, to be a leader, you have to have people that are willing to follow. Okay, so for me, if someone on the front line makes a mistake, and again, we're not talking about criminal stuff, we're talking about mistakes. We're talking about an effort to teach that individual, because that's what technically discipline should be at first. It should be constructive. It should be an effort to teach that individual the ways of policy and procedure, what should be done, what shouldn't be done. So it should be an effort from management to teach the individual who kind of made a bad choice. And again, I wish I could say both parties respect that. I wish I could say that when a subordinate is being disciplined, the subordinate sees it as a way to be educated, and the supervisor sees it as a way to educate. But unfortunately, the front line may not see that. But the supervisor, a good supervisor, will explain that to the front line. So again, if something happens, you have someone that, yes, they're being disciplined, but they're looking to learn. That's the key. And don't let the word discipline scare you, because discipline technically should be a way to educate you from a past mistake, like a letter of counsel or a letter of instruction, if you will. And again, for those supervisors that sit there and they write their disciplines with a smile on their face, let me tell you something. First off, that's retaliatory, I'm sure, because in most cases you have some people that become supervisors because they know for a fact that maybe they had a problem with someone on the front line when they were the front line. So now when they move up, guess what? I have some power over you. So automatically, the moment we have a little bit of a disagreement, I automatically are going to win because I get to wield that wand because, again, I'm in a higher position with you. Wrong. Wrong. At the end of the day, you're still connected to that individual. So as a supervisor, when you're writing that individual up, you need to also step back and look at yourself and say, what could I have done better? Is there something I could have done better to reach out to this employee? And at the end of the day, is there something I could have done better to educate this employee? So again, real quick, and this goes to the person who sent me the message, any supervisor who writes somebody up with a smile on their face is a supervisor that doesn't believe in teamwork, that doesn't believe in the responsibility they have as being the team leader, and ultimately is all about the power. And at the end of the day, none of that makes a good supervisor. What makes a good supervisor is someone who believes in teamwork, someone that believes that success is by working together, and if we fail, that's us. That's together, because I take the responsibility of my team. And at the end of the day, a good supervisor looks to teach, looks to educate, looks to make a difference. As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe, guys.